Hey, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful. I hope all is well. This is Coach Malaika here. And today, as I promised, we are going to dive into menopause and bloating. Let me ask you a question. Have you sometimes feel, that feeling of fullness after you just finish eating your delicious meal? Have you been there before? Well, it's my own life. I can tell you that I've been there multiple times. And some of you guys that are able to, you have an opportunity or a chance to read my story or hear about my story. Bloating was one of those things when I was going through my journey with perimenopause at 37 years old. That's like 5 years. Yeah. No, I'm 47 now. No, I'm 45. I'm 45. That's like 8 years ago when I went to that journey. It wasn't fun at all. I know, and I can tell you, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you just feel like, oh yeah, let me go and have some breakfast and put some gin on and head to my work. I just want to look beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just what? Then you're trying to zip and button your pants, and it's not working. And you'd be like, what just happened? I know the other day I was okay, my belly was flat, but what happened this morning? Well, you are not alone. If you have been just going through it, bloating, you are not alone. So today, let's go and dive into what happened, what caused that phenomenon actually. Why over the sun I'm good on my 30s, and then when I hit 40s, I feel like things that I used to like, the food, the taste of it, the texture, it's not kind of like they are against me now. Well, this happened. So let's talk about your digestion issues, which bloating is one of them. There's a plenty of digestion issues that we are facing, but I feel like bloating is one of those areas that I've been a student for a long time, for a while. Okay, so not only the things that I learned on my journey as being a health coach, but also or being a menopause coaching specialist, but also my own experience, my own life. I'm telling you, I used to, when I go out, back in 2017, 18, 19, I will literally looking onto my closet. I want to make sure that something that, those oval clothes, oval dress, not dress, but tank top, not tank top, blouse, yes, that we all like to put on because what? They can color. So I just don't want another person to come to me and say, when the baby's due. Oh my Lord. It's the most ridiculous shame thing ever, especially when there's no baby. And I was tired of explaining to people, I'm not pregnant. I'm just going through the issues of life. So I just want to tell you today, give yourself some grace. If you are bloating is one of those things that always happen to you, no matter where you at. You trying A, Y, and Z, all type of diets in the book, you name it, and nothing works. Just what? I have a good one for you today. So I want you to listen. I want you to pay attention and watch this live until the end. All right? Okay. First, we're gonna dive in. Let me actually see if I can touch some of you guys as right here, because I'm right here on my personal page, but I do want you guys on Menopause Matters Now, join me right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put let's see what we can do right here, because I don't want none of you guys to miss what I'm about to share today. Yes. Let me see. Join us live now. And one thing too that I realized that a lot of us, when we go into this journey, when we go to the journey of menopause and things just our body start changing, right? The digestion issues. It's hard to pinpoint, like you going to your doctors, maybe you've been someone that, you like to dig it a lot. And a lot of time it just we just don't know what happened. We don't know why this happened to you. Everything else is fine, your vital is fine, your blah blah blah. They will tell you all of this, But bloating is one of those, I would call it like even though it's so tangible that you can see, but there is a lot of discussion going behind the scene that you don't even know about. Your bloating actually can, I mean, we're going to dive into that. But do you know that if you don't take off the bloating actually and keep having it constantly, it's part of inflammation. What's going to happen is leaky gut at the end if you don't take care of it. Okay? So this is actually why we have to make sure, right, that I'm going to put that out there so everybody can see. This is live. So whatever I'm doing right here, ladies, is just my transparency. This is live and you're going to see everything, okay? So I just put right here, if you are on our page, join us now, okay? As we are here during podcasting. Okay. All right. So why this thing always happen? Why you feel like as soon as you finish eating your delicious, I mean when I mean delicious meal, and you follow all the rules, you know that this A, Y, and Z will give you blood, but you didn't do that, so you eat something else, but then just it happened anyway. Well, let me tell you why. So what is bloating actually? You know, as so many of you guys be familiar, you guys know I like to do this. I have my notes. I'm going to bring all my research to you, okay? So many of you guys are familiar with common menopause symptoms like hot flashes and mood swing, digestion issues such as bloating can be just impactful yet discussed. For me, I feel like a lot of we are not talking about, because I think the stigma also on when it comes to bloating. Who wants somebody else to see their belly big? No one, especially for women. We don't. And anything that is like our intimates, I mean, we don't want to discuss. We don't want to talk about it. Just said, no, baby, leave that over there on the oven, you know, on the burning side. I don't want to talk about it. But ladies, beautiful, we have to talk about it. Why? Because this is our body. We're living on it. If we don't talk about it, then other people will be victimized of that same thing that you're going to do. That's what I decide. You know, like when I share my pictures, right? You think in my mind, sometimes the back of my mind, something is just like, are you kidding me? You're going to share that? Yeah. But there always been a second guess, like, okay, somebody going to judge me. But, you know, I say, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm done with people judging me. I'm done with people saying, look her and look that. Just what? This is my reality. This is my experience. This is my story. I went through this. So I'm free of sharing my pictures. Some of you guys, if you want to know my story, I'm going to actually, after this live, I'm going to link down the blog so you can read for yourself and see. I look like 8-month pregnant lady with no baby. And when it happened like that, it's so uncomfortable. Sometimes I'm tossing on the bed, I can sleep, and it doesn't matter what I am. Even to the point, I have a client one day was telling me, so is water also, you know, water also, you know, make you feel like you are experiencing bloating? I said, normally no. But this is why. If your body is so compromised that your body can even digest your water, when every time that you drink, it feels like you just have I don't know, a family of frog inside your belly. What do you think will happen? All right, ladies. So what exactly is bloating? I'm glad that you want to know. Bloating is referred to the uncomfortable feeling of fullness, tightness, or swelling in your abdomen. Sometimes it's accompanied by gas. It can also you feel you make like so self-conscious. That's what I was self-conscious about it. When I want to go out, what can I wear? What I want to eat? If I'm going out with friends, how will I navigate to the? Did I want to share that? Did I want to tell them that I'm going to do this? I can't have this right now. And you name it. I went through all the how you call it, elimination diets. Don't eat this, eat that. It didn't. It didn't work. Okay? It didn't work for me. So it is something that really it helped, you know, like we get to the self-conscious of physical uncomfortable of it. It's just one of those things that is ridiculous and we don't want to have anything to deal with. And we're trying so hard to whatever we're gonna do. I know when you Google right now, when you Google bloating right now, you will see a whole lot of things. People have Googled it because it happened to them. And we want to get rid of it very quickly, like instantly. Sometimes we have, I don't know, is a wedding or we planning, you know, we just want to go out with friends. But then you put that gin and just like, oh my Lord, what just happened? Oh, I shouldn't have ate that. I shouldn't have do this and all of that. But today, I'm here to tell you, free yourself from all of those, you know, conception. I'm going to dive into today. I'm going to dive into what exactly happened, why it's happened, and what you can do. I give you the power back to you so you can take care of your body better. Okay? So you might be wondering also, why does bloating happen during menopause? The answer lies into the hormone changes. Your hormone, that is the crucial element of it. Your body is experiencing, because as we go into menopause, the transition, our hormone fluctuating, you know, and when it just not fluctuating, but also frustrating us, okay? So, as during menopause, estrogen and progesterone, again, our friends, the level fluctuate and eventually decline. This hormone play a key role in your digestion system. Like I told you guys yesterday, estrogen is not just, you know, hormone and that's it. Estrogen actually encompasses a lot of things. Your digestion, your metabolism, your sleep, your body temperature. I mean, you're talking about all the way to your skin. Estrogen is like the queen, you know, of the system. Okay? So once it goes down, it also doesn't go down its own. It actually rapidly, you know, make progesterone as well go down. So eventually they decline. This hormone play a crucial role in the digestion system. As their level change, your digestion can slow down, which make bloating more likely. So because now your digestion system is slowed down, that means food now, instead of your body use food for energy, for fuel, the food actually stay in your system for longer. And how many of you guys know longer food in your system, what happens is the food start rotting. And that's the gas that are trapped into your system. How many of you guys know that if you know that your tongue is connected to your, where your number 2 come from? Okay, your gut. And they are so connected. So that's when, whatever, you know, when you go to doctors, sometimes they will ask you to open your mouth. Because they want to see what is under there. Most of the time, our digestion issues show up in our tongue. We can see, the doctor can see, you know, what is gone. And so they can go and, you know, do proper tests. That's why it's very important that what go here, we have to make sure that it's going to feed your gut bacteria. It's going to be sometimes, it's going to give you inflammation, or that food is going to heal you. Because your digestion tract, your mouth, all of those elements over there, they are working together. I'm telling you, they are working together, and you cannot forsake. Like, if we're going to choose about, oh, I don't care about what I'm putting here, I don't care about what happened to my gut, then we just lying to ourselves. Because what go here is going to affect your gut. Do you remember when people, you know, science community said that your gut is your second brain? It's true. It is so true. Now, let me explain to you what happened when we don't take off our bloating. Because it's inflammation inside our belly. It's inflamed. Like, I'm telling you, you can Google pictures and see how inflamed belly look like. It's scary, ladies. Very scary. But this is what happened. What caused, how do they call it? Colon cancer. You want to know? Okay, I'm not scaring you. But colon cancer is nothing but rotten food, ladies. Colon cancer is nothing but rotten food. Rotten food is the food that been in your system for a long time. According to science and medical experts, some people actually you are walking every day 5 to 10 pounds of poop into your system. Can you imagine? How gross is that? Now, I can tell you this very quickly because I went to this myself. So I have a group, right, called Dakino Women International. We do fasting every 4 months. We do 7-day fast. No food, just water. And this is a journey that I've been doing since 2016. And my team and I, we've been doing that. People join us all the time, which I would love for you to join us one day. But I want you to join us not just for curiosity, but have a hunger that you want to see how much your body works. I'm telling you, when you pause the food, you will see what kind of material this body is made of. So you can do experience like during your fast, because you are not eating, you're just fasting. Take a pea and put it on the corner of your house somewhere. It's gross, but I promise you, it's a good experience. Wash it for a couple of days and see what that pea gonna turn out to be. Now, during your fasting, because you are not eating, you just fast, just water. I promise you, you're gonna be pooping all day. For those 7 days, you'll be amazed. And sometimes I'll be like, whoa, something is like here, like, are you kidding me? And you can tell that there are some poop that been there for a long time, because you know what? They come in like, they look like, I'm not trying to make you, you know, feel gross today, but I'm trying because I want deliverance. Ladies, we need to be delivered, you know, from this, whatever this body got going for years. So it looked like you know how you look like your, you know, when the cup, I don't know, garbage disposal, yes, or your pop, you know, and let's say your plumber came in and trying to, maybe your sink got stuck or something, or your toilet. Do you remember those old stuff just looking a mess, like dark, just looking nasty and gross, okay? This is how your belly, your gut look like. And you will see when you start pooping, because those poop that been there for years, they come like a cake, and they start coming, and it's gross, ladies. It is most, I mean, sometimes I be like, Lord have mercy. So this being there in my system for I don't know when or how long. But can you imagine if if I don't have that habit? That's why I love fasting. I'm telling you, ladies, I love it. Because for me, it's my wellness, not just only it helps me with my physical body, but my spiritual body. When I fast, I'm so clever. I can think right. I don't deal with brain fog, no hot flashes. And my blood pressure, perfect. You know, for some of you, actually, I have another fast that is coming out. It's going to be September. If you want to join us, please let me know, because I will take your hand, hold your hand for this 7 days fast. You will be amazed. Talking about hot flashes, smooth, nothing. You know what? Because once you settle to pour this body and focus on your spirituality, I promise you, it's amazing thing ever. This is how I get myself out of things that was happening to me. I told you guys I have hyperthyroidism, bloating issues, digestion issues, skinny issues. I went to them. You know, at one time, my doctor is like, fibroid issues. Oh my goodness, my doctor told me one time, that was in Italy. He said, this Italian guy, he said, your body is a fibroid manufacturer. Can you imagine? I was like, what? He said, you have them so much. It's like your body is actually like a manufacturer. It's like a factory of fibroid. And I was like, you know what? I'm one of those type of person that I can become when it comes to my health, I can make drastic decision. I said, you know what? I'm not going to let this thing stop me. I don't want surgery. And this is something I have in my, and you know, I'm not against the conventional medicine. If this is how you want to go and it works for you, that's fine. But I'm just one type of person that I want to do natural first. If it doesn't work, then I can turn to something else, to alternative, okay? So I've been managing my, you know, my problem for a while now, and I promise you, I'm so pleased, and I thank God for that. And I just only fibroid alone, hemorrhoids. You know, when I want to have my baby, I've been to labor for 15 hours, no epidural, nothing. And you know what? As we all know, that comes with something else. But I can tell you, I can promise you that there is always, the natural is always there if you are looking for it. But I've been managing all of that. So come back to actually our topic for today. So bloating, if you are not taking care of bloating, colon cancer is knocking on your door. Because if what we are eating, we are not getting them out, what's going to happen? The food is getting rotten into your system. Like when we see people, why? And when you turn 50, thank you, Holy Spirit. When you turn 50, what happened? Now they are even doing 50 now. Now they're doing at 45, I believe. Like I got mine done. When you go to colonoscopy test, where they have to give you something to drink, and so they can clean you up. Why? Because they know that at 40 or 45 or 50, oh yeah, we have a lot of gases inside our system, so we need to get away with them. If not, turn to colon cancer. But you know what I found out? The way to keep yourself healthy, and every day, every single day, every month, every year, having you a lifestyle, a wellness lifestyle. And mine, like I tell you, if you want to know more, let me know. I love it. You know, fasting for 4 to 3 months, you know, like we do like every 4 months, we do 3 times in a year. And, you know, once a year, I will do 21-day fast. No food, just water alone. But I promise you, it has been the best thing I made, the decision I made for myself. I only see my doctor once in a year, just for like, go for check, you know, like those, what they call yearly checkup. That's why. Why? Because I made the decision to serve my body, so my body can serve me best. So now, so when your your hormone shifting into your body is not just affecting just how you feel only, but also affecting your gut. And this is why we end up with bloating. You can zip your pants. You have that nice dress, but you can't. It feels like in every little thing. Like I found out I can't eat eggs, boiled eggs. No, not for me. If I do, especially early morning, I blow. Things that I normally enjoy, I can't. But just what? I had to find a way how to cook my eggs. Beans, for example, they are my favorite one. I love legume, I love beans. But no. But just what? I found out also how to cook your beans. So you can take away all those elements that create the heat into your system. And then your body just goes to that fermentation. That's what happens when you eat beans. You get fermented. And some of us, we don't have enough of acid to digest our beans. Okay? All right, ladies. So let's go keep on going. So when hormone change, this hormone play a role in your digestive system as the level change. Your digestive system slow down because you can't digest your food as you used to. And ladies, you are watching, thank you so much. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. Okay, so I can go slow so you can hear me. Now, hormone shifting can also cause your body to retain water. Have you ever heard about edema? Edema is the condition when your feet get swelling and it's so uncomfortable. Sometimes I saw a lady once, I promise you, she cannot even put her shoes on. This is how much it was so good. And I can see her ankle swelling, you know, and when you touch it, and I want you to do this, if you are someone that dealing with a lot of bloating, right? Touch the area. If it's come out after you touch it, and the how you call it, your skin come out back on, it's good. That means you are not in that critical condition. But if you touch it and it give you a point or a mark, ladies and gentlemen, and run quickly to your doctor. They need to get it checked. Because this is what happened. A lot of people don't even know that there's a bloating and edema connected to diabetes. This is how so integrated this body is. Okay? Now, when your body starts returning water, contribute to that feeling of puffiness. And also, some people will start having puffiness around their eye. Have you? When you wake up in the morning, your eye feel puffed. And some people have to take medicine for that. In addition to hormone, other factors can make menopause bloating worse. You might notice change in your diet. Perhaps eating less fiber or more processed food can contribute to this as well. There was one caveat too, I'm going to tell you, like when you have bloating, people will say, oh, eat fiber, eat more fiber. But this is the thing, oh, I'm constipated. People will say, oh yeah, eat some fiber food. But this is the thing, fiber is good, but fiber is a double-edged sword. And I found out all of this on my own experience. So when you constipated, this is not the time to eat fiber, baby. No, beautiful, don't eat fiber. You need to drink water, lemon water, like a hot, make it like a little warm, and drop some lemon and just drink that early morning, empty belly. I promise you, you will feel, as if you did it, like I'm just telling you right now, 30-minute time, your bathroom will be like, oh no, we got some guests. You will go to the bathroom. This is what happens when you eat fiber. The fiber make your stool like bulk it up, and it's gonna cause your situation to be worse. And that's why people end up with hemorrhoid. Because as you go to the bathroom, you're trying to go, you're trying to make it force your body. So the poop will come out, but just what? You strengthen. As you're doing that, you are damaging your muscles. All right, lady? Are we good? All right. Please give me, you know, get those liking, and so Facebook can share this video to everybody else. Okay. So please bring me some thumb up, put some heat into the house. Okay. Give me some fire. All right. So let's go into our next line. Again, this is gonna surprise you what I found out. If you also, in addition, if you reduce your physical activity, you can also go into the bloating. If you increase stress, if stress in your life, you're also going to experience that. Sleep disturbance. If you are not sleeping enough, you're going to blow. What happened? Let me explain this for you. This is amazing. Let me explain this for you. To you. When we don't sleep enough, our body doesn't have time to digest. See, digestion comes. The body digests well when you are sleeping. Why? Because this one here is closed. And eventually, you know, all your anxiety and all of that, you rested. The body now have finally time to digest. Let me ask you something. Why your dog? How you know that your dog is sick, huh? The only time that we know that our animal are sick is because they stop eating. Normally, when we are sick, we are not supposed to eat. We're supposed to let the body heal. Because it's easy. Instead of the body kind of, focusing on digesting the food, the body just, all of that energy comes to healing. That's why nighttime is very critical. When we don't have enough of sleep, we're going to blow, because the body, the food that you just ate last night, maybe some of us have steak by maybe what, 9 or 10 p.m. and we're going to wake up, we plan to wake up 6 a.m. How many times is that? Your body doesn't have time. Steak takes about 14 to 16 hours to digest into your system. So you wake up in the morning, your belly is getting fermentation going. What happened? It causes you mood swing and irritability. It's very critical, ladies. So increasing your stress, sleep disturbance are also common during stage of life. And all of this can affect how your digestion system works. Even some, you ready for this? Medication or supplement. Some of your supplement that you take it. If you are not reading the label very well, if you are not trusting the company that manufacture those supplements, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that take supplements and be like, I didn't need anything. I just took my supplement this morning and found out a big belly, bro. Why? Because there's some ingredient in that supplement that your digestion system cannot take. Like, that's what I'm telling you. It took me a long time to find my own company, and I love it. I thank God. Oh, thank you, Lord. I thank God for the supplement that I'm using, because you know what? 20 minutes you take into your system, it start working. Any supplement you take that is not, it's going to take long hour. Or when you read the manufacturer and they tell you that's going to take this much of time, if it's not less than 30 minutes, you are wasting your money. It should, as soon as you go to our system, it should dissolve. But if it's not, that means there's something element that your body cannot digest, and it's going to take a long time. I watched a lady on YouTube one time that she has multiple supplements from some company. I'm not going to call in one name here. And she was doing, the test just to find out to see which, and I would just ask the Lord, please, let my supplement be harmonic. And yes, we are the way we want. That supplement went straight and dissolved. But the other one, they just sit down there until the lady say, you know what, this doesn't work. So basically, her thing is to let us know when we choose that supplement, we need to be very careful, read the label, make sure that you know every ingredient that is inside that supplement. Because once you inject that to your system, it's going to affect you and affect your digestion system. All right? So medication and supplement may be taken, or something that you're taking for menopause. It may be good for menopause, but it doesn't mean that all the ingredients are actually sustainable. Okay? So what can we do to manage? I know you are waiting for this, me too. What can we do actually to manage the bloating? There are several practical steps that I want you to take note today. Number one, try eating smaller. And I have to learn this and train my body. Like as African descent, you guys know, we love, or if you don't know, African, we love our rice, bowl of rice, okay? It doesn't matter if I come from where I just want my bowl of rice with whatever I'm having as a protein on it. But I decided that no, I can't just eat a bowl of rice alone with meat. It's not going to work. You know what? Actually, I found out it blew me even more. White rice blow me, MalaikaBagoudou, more. So what I need to do, it doesn't mean that I don't eat white rice. Once in a while I do, But the way I'm combining now my food is totally different. If you don't have fiber, when you just eat starch food, no fiber, no healthy, healthy fat, all of those things, complex carbohydrate. If you are eating something that's not complex, you got to add things on it to make it a whole food. All right. So I learned this from being overseas, because we stationed in South Korea for 3 years, and I'm watching the Korean, the way they eat. Asian Imperial. We went to Philippines. We went to different places, Vietnam, and I'm watching this culture, how they eat, and I found out, you know what? But they're skinny. And they don't have a big belly, I'm explaining why is it. This is why. These people, when they eat, anything that has starch on it, anything that's meat on it, they always emphasize on putting fiber. You will see using leaf, Korean, for example, we take leaf and the meat, wrap it together before they even put in their mouth. Why? What that does is that the juice from the leaf, the lettuce, will actually help on digestion to break down the meat. You guys know meat is very, it's a hard food. And when meat goes to your system, it becomes acidic. Okay? That's why we always have to have something that will neutralize that a little bit. So your belly is, your digestion system is at ease. But if we don't take precaution to do all of those things, what happens is inflammation. That's just what it is. Bloating is inflammation. Okay? So one thing you can do Eat small portion. Don't eat one, like a whole big of, like for me, like, you know, bowl of rice at one time. You can eat small portion of food throughout the day. It's better. More frequent meal, and pay attention to food that trigger your bloating. You got to know them. You know, like when I work with people, you know, with my patient, that's one thing that we do first. When you first come to me, we do, after your assessment, I want to see how food behave in your system. Like when you eat some type of food, what happened? So that's what we do first. Our first month, we're focusing on getting to know what are the food that your body enjoy, and what are the food that your belly doesn't, because it's very important. If I'm trying to get you to a wellness stage where you feel like you are comfortable and you can live this body and nourish this body, I need to make sure that the foreign element that we don't need to be there, we need to make sure, and then find a way that we can work together. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. Like for beans, for example, if you're somebody that you are very beans, you know, create bloating in your system, just what? There's a way that you can cook your beans. You know, different from how we normally used to do it. There's a plenty of things way that you can make your beans that you don't, you know, you don't get to the bloating. Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right. Now, you also process food. If you eat processed food a lot, you will see your system blow all the time. Carbonated drinks, okay, like soda and things like that. Food high in sodium often makes symptoms worse. For me, I found out like I like chips, and that's just, you know, I like crunchy food. And I found out too, me lacking crunchy food because I was lacking of mineral. Like iron was one of them that I'm always one of, you know, I like, because I don't know, for some reason, I would just, before my period, I would crave all type of crunchy stuff. But after I do analyze my body, I found out because I'm lacking of mineral. Like for salt, for example, if you're lacking of mineral, you're gonna crave all those salty food. If you like, and for somebody that I will tell you guys, 2 weeks ago I was saying about chocolate. If you're always craving chocolate before your period, you need some affection. You know, if you're married, tell your husband, hey, you need some affection, okay? If you're not married, you know, and you're speaking of others, it can even be your child. Give you a hug. It will do. Because the body doesn't need, it just needs that feeling good, okay? Maybe you're stressing a lot, and you just need somebody to let you know, hey, I care for you, I love you. It will be fine. Instead of getting a, how you call that, a chocolate pudding or a big cake. I'm not saying that you cannot eat cake once in a while. But every time that we feel that type of urge, craving means something to you, okay? But you just have to decode the information. All right, so number 2, what we want to do, we also want to manage our stress. It's very important, our stress level. When we keep stressing out all the time, constantly, maybe it's your work, maybe it's your home, maybe it's your children stressing out, maybe it's your husband stressing out, or maybe it's a friend, somebody in your life that always gives you stress. We have to decrease that. Okay? And one thing, you know, like for me, I like to do, listen to music. I love music. I love to pray. Those areas that I can just find myself in, you know, just by me, and takes that deep breath and concentrate on just being, you know what, being present. That knowing that life, anything that happens, you know, around us is temporary. Your stress is, that's the end day. That's the expiration date for that. It's not forever, you know. So as we shift in our mindset, we will see that our life will get, the stress in our life will decrease. But when constantly the cortisol is high all the time, that's what actually make this bloating, excuse me, because somebody was trying to send me a message. When cortisol is always high, it actually creates inflammation into our body. All right? So no processed foods, or once in a while. I know that we living in this environment that somebody may invite us and that's all they have, but just make sure that you have your 80 rule, 80%. Eat 80% in your home. So the 20% when you go out, it's not going to affect you that much, because your body knows that when you get home in your own kitchen, there's a plenty of healthy food. Okay? And that comes with you having in your pantry a healthy food in your pantry. If you don't have healthy food, then if there's only junk in the house, then just you're going to eat junk. All right, ladies? I hope this makes sense to all of us. We also want to do, like, we need to support our mental, because, you know, your mind, your body, your mind, digestion health, it should affect it. One thing is not, your gut is not balanced, your gut bacteria is not balanced, the flora is not balanced, it can affect you. And according to science, a lot of women that deal with anxiety, depression, all of those things, because our gut, and I can tell you guys, ladies, when I was in South Korea, that I was going to my journey of perimenopause, I can tell I became so irritated. Every little thing just irritate me. I mean, my kid, they have to, they're just going to be on the corner, man. If you don't even get me because I get irritated very quickly. But also what I found out that I have started having what they call leaking gut. Let me explain to you leaking gut. Leaking gut is when you go to the bathroom and when you poop, you can see a mucus coming out from your, oh Lord have mercy. Yes, and it's weird. It happens. You know that a lot of ladies actually having these issues and they don't even know what happened. And that needs to be treated. But I promise you, like as you guys know me now, some of you guys know me now, I don't like anything that we say, take this for your entire life. No. So I use food to heal my body, period. I didn't take any medicine for it. I use food. None of those symptoms that I'm telling you right now, I never took any medicine for them. But what people don't like to use natural because they think that it takes too long. But natural way is sustainable. Even though it takes long, yes. But if you find someone that can help you do that, it's sustainable. But when we take convention, I'm not saying that medicine doesn't have their place. Ladies, please hear me. Medicine have their place. But if you got option, I will go with a natural route first. If it didn't work for me, then I choose another thing. But if I have natural that somebody say it can work and somebody tried before, I also want to try. I don't know if I'm that curious. You know, sometimes like you may have maybe infection and natural, because natural won't kill you right there. But guess what? Antibiotic, we do. So medicine have their own place. They do. But that's even why I don't want to put myself in the predicament of where I need that convention so much very quickly. What you need to do is everyday wellness. Every day thinking in your mind, how can I make this day that I feel great so tomorrow I feel even better? I don't know if that makes sense, ladies. And this is my journey of wellness. Now, physical activity also needs to be part of your routine. Regular exercise can help keep your digestion system moving and reduce bloating. If you eat and you don't exercise, guess what? The body is just accumulating things. You know, do you know, like if you constipate and you go and run for a little bit, when you come back, you're going to go to the bathroom. That's just something that I explain myself. You will go to the bathroom. Why? Because you give your body things to move. This is a system and it's very delicate. Our belly is very delicate. Everything that we do affects this digestion system right here. All right? So don't also forget, in all and above everything, hydration. Drinking enough water can help decrease water retention and improve digestion. When you have issues with your digestion issue, with your belly, if you are not drinking enough of water, do you know how I know that if you're not drinking water, or how do you know? Go to the bathroom. When you wake up in the morning, I know that's because we are sleeping. When you wake up in the morning, most of us, our pee can look, some type of color. Maybe a more hook yellow, whatever, But throughout the day, it should stay that way. It should actually decrease. The color should maybe a light yellow, whatever, or even clear. And I found out when I'm going to my 7 days fast without food, just water. Oh my goodness. I mean, pee become like, it just, you see how things change, your body change throughout the day until those 7 days. You will see how your skin changes. Like when they say, skin change is so important. You will see how your skin change, your eye. Do you know that red eye mean they call it dirty blood. When you wake up in the morning, your eye is red. That means your blood, something is wrong with your blood. Do you guys see how intricate the body is? And I think that's why God designed this body. We got clue, we got sign, we got symptoms. So we can get to the cause of it. But mostly in convention, we focus on the symptom. Oh, you got headache? Let me give you Tylenol and that will help you. No. Tylenol is not helping with my headache. It just tames the pain so I can feel better. But I'm not getting to the root cause of why I'm having headache in the first place. I'm stressing a lot. Did something happen? No, maybe I didn't have enough water in my system. Why every time I eat something, I feel like I'm 8 months pregnant? What is it? Oh yeah, we can just give you something to tame that so you don't feel. No, I don't want that. What I want is why. And you guys know, as every time we dig into the why, it opens up for healing. You put yourself you give yourself permission to be healed. Because once you get the why, the reason why something happened to you, the solution is next right there. It's not too far. But a lot of us have found out that we are scared to know the why. Some of us. Because some of us, our symptom actually is attached to our trauma. And we don't want to deal with that. Something happened. I have a lady was telling me that her hot flashes, actually, when she think about it, you know, something is when we do the fasting, people will come to me and say, hey, I realize that I'm only eat because I'm bored. Or I realize that I have this, I'm thinking about this, and or I want to eat this particular food because it relates me to this trauma. And that's how I was able to, either way, is to go into the process with the use food as coping mechanism. A lot of us, we do that because food touches your soul. Your soul is what? Your will, your mind, your emotion. That's when we eat, this is so good. Man, I was like, just like my mama. We make a joke like that. But I promise you, ladies, food got that much power to touch your soul. That's why it's very important that we know exactly how we eat, what we eat, and how we combine the food that we are eating. How we nourish this body is going to define how we feel tomorrow. And it's time now. One thing that I always pray, I say, Lord, please, everything I'm going to, like my body is like a guinea pig. You know, I'm going to things and I'm trying to find a solution. I pray that my daughter doesn't, because I want to educate her now so she can prepare herself. You know, through her cycles. Who really touches about cycles? Those are conversations we don't even have. Like in my background, I don't know about you, but my background in Africa, no. Like anything dealing with your intimacy, just sex life. You know, women intimacy, women woo, nobody want to talk about. You're talking about menopause? Are you kidding me? That's why I call this Menopause Matters Now. This is a movement, guys. This is a movement that we are creating. It matters now because you matter. And that's why every day I'm here, I want to give you solution. Tip that I know, my body, like I told you guys, is like a guinea pig. I went through the process. I love to dig information. I love to create recipes that I know is going to work for me and I'm going to work for you. So for today, before I close, I do want to offer you, there's something that I have that I prep already for you. You know, I call it smoothie solution. I don't know about you. Do you like smoothies? I found them, they become my go-to. What smoothie does is, a lot of people don't know the secret about smoothie. If you're looking for fibers, your smoothie, you're going to get it for smoothie. If you are looking for energy, you're going to get it for smoothie. If you're looking for a way to decrease your stress level and your mood, why? Because food touches all of those parts. If what we eat, we become what we eat. I don't know if about you, but I believe on that statement. And the greatest scientist ever, Hippocrates, what he said that let food be your medicine, medicine be that food. Have you ever one day asked yourself why actually? He said that because we all know that in food, we can get the healing that we needed. But it would be easy for somebody to pop up the pill and say, hey, thank you very much. But if your doctor prescribe you food to go eat, like you have bloating, you say, you know what, you got bloating? Go mix this smoothie and you will feel better. Will you try it? Well, today, I am here to tell you it works. And I've been using smoothie for a long time. And a lot of my symptoms decrease. And I can tell you that I'm here now to tell you that the hot flashes happen because a lot of us, we don't nourish. The body is craving something. A lot of us, we got triggers and we just don't know how to replace those triggers. Okay? So what I did is, and actually I'm not even calling myself like selling. I'm giving out to you guys for a contribution for whatever contribution you want to give. It's up to you. So I have by more than, I think, over 40 recipes. When you look on the link on this live, I already have it right there. You can click it. Whatever sows, I call it a seed, because this is why I want to take this thing. I have people that try me, myself, my journey. People see my journey, they watch me. You know, I'm 45 years old. I have a guy. One time I went, that was in the shop, and he just like, how old are you? And I said, I think that time I was like almost 40. He couldn't believe that. Are you 40? Almost 40. I said, I'm almost 40. Actually, my birthday is coming on the corner. But let me tell you my secret. I'm not saying that, you know, some of you guys, I see some of you guys that really look fantastic. I mean, when you post your picture, I'll be like, wow, damn, that's a beautiful woman. And aging with grace. But let me tell you, all of us, we all have a tool. I'm just showing you my tool, okay? I'm not that old. I'm not also that young, okay? Like we call it like middle life, whatever they call it, at 45. But I'm just want to share with you things that I use that work for me. And what I did is I went behind the science, the natural, the holistic, okay? and then combine, bringing you all of those elements, what you need to do, how you need to nourish your body. We're talking on that book, we're talking about your hormone, what happened to your hormone, what you need to do. If you feel this way, what you need to cook instead. So I made it up for you, a wholesome recipes that are tasteful. I mean, yummy. In the morning, you can have this smoothie. For your afternoon snack, you can have them. Sometimes, you know, even before you go to bed, they are, because I have some smoothies can actually help you to sleep better. Okay, so you have, I'm putting on your hand a whole package that you can use today. I know you guys, a lot of you guys be telling me this testimony, like, this is so true, it works. Okay, so I'm not charging you, but I do have right there like $7 for donation. If you want to, whatever God puts in your heart to sow. Your contribution, what's it going to do to me is that I want to make sure that I publish this book. Right now is like digital. Okay, I have it on the digital form. It's nice and beautiful. But my prayer is that, because I don't know about you, but I'm like old school type sometimes. I like to open my recipes. Hey, sometimes I like to collect my books, my cookbooks. You know, so I want to go in and just like publish it, but it's going to take some money to do all of those elements. So I'm giving you, as this in our community and people that follow my page, I want to give you this 40+ recipes. And whatever contribution God put in your heart is up to you. You know, so we are here in this. If you've been here on my page and you've been served, I know we are just started, but it's going to be, there's so much more that is coming. If you want to sow a seed into Menopause Matters Now with Legendary, and you have been served. So the link is right there, ladies. Click it. If it's come to your heart to sow, go in and sow whatever you're sowing into what we're doing. I am so grateful. Okay? So I believe that is essential to rule out, because if you are having this bloating, it's common, it's every day. You can, no matter what you did, it's not going away. First, go check with your doctor. I want you to check to see if you have what we call IBS, with irritable bowel syndrome. You also want to make sure that you don't have leaking gut. You also want to make sure that that digestion issue is not linking to something, colon cancer. Some people actually, that's how their colon cancer started. Okay? If you rule out all of that, doctor say, no, you don't have all of that. It's just that probably your gut flora is not balanced. Come talk to me. I can help you do what we call a gut health reset. We're going to reset your body from the inside out, not from outside in. Most people will do it from outside in, it doesn't work. Okay? That's just taming the symptom. But my approach is to do it from inside out. And I promise you will feel better, because I was one of those candidates that didn't know what to do. The doctor just like, you know what? This medicine, you can take it for your entire life. And I said, no, I don't want to be slave of anything. I want to master this body. If this body is supposed to be in my hand, I need to master it, and I want to master it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I did. So if you want someone that you are looking to work for, somebody, it could somebody that can help you out with digestion issues, come talk to me. You know, I can, you know, help you see what I have in here. If it's suitable for you, I would love to take you on that journey of wellness. And I can tell you now, I am so glad that I did. For those years, my body been like a guinea pig, and I'm so glad, because I can talk about it now to you. I can show you the way if you want to take that ride. Okay? So I thank you so much for being here. Digestion issues is not fun. Gas is not fun. Okay, some of us, you know, sometimes you can even hold it. You just have to gas. You have to let it go. It's okay to let it go, the gas. But if it becomes so uncomfortable that every time, wherever you are, every places, you have to gas, can you imagine how it make you feel? Okay, it's because our body cannot just. It's like you trying to train the body to do something, the body do something else. And some of us, we don't want to eat beans at all, because we know what beans can do to us. It's like an enemy. But do you know that once you reset your gut, those things that you cannot tolerate, you can tolerate them, because the flora, the gut flora change. And when that change, your body can tolerate other food. I've been to the journey. I walk people through the journey. When things that they cannot even tolerate, but oh, I can't believe that I'm eating this now. Yeah, you can. Cruciferous vegetable was one of those things that I could not eat. Cruciferous vegetable. They just make me like broccoli, you know, Brussels sprout. My belly just like, are you kidding me? Why you give me this? But now I can tell you, I can't. The way I'm cooking them is different. What I add to them is different now. And my body enjoy them. And I can get the benefit of it. Okay, so if you are someone that you really want to enjoy those food as you go through the journey of menopause, come talk to me. I will be there. All right, ladies, that's what I have for you today. You know, you don't need to be uncomfortable. You don't need to go through the process without any help. We have the help. We have the tool. That's why I open up the page to help you. So use all the help that you can get, all the support that you can get. Okay? And I thank you so much for being part of this live today. For some of you guys that are watching, I really, really appreciate you guys. And click the link. Your gift is right there waiting for you. Whatever amount of blessing that God put in your heart to sow, I am grateful for that. Okay? Thank you. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm coming again with another. I think tomorrow we're talking about migraine. Okay? And yeah, I can wait to see you. Talk to you soon. Ciao for now. Bye.